Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Star Trek Prodigy, Episode 8. What you think?
Yeah, this one was alright.
Yeah,
It did what it needed to.
I have some technical questions for you. As a master of holodeck programming, how come Janeway couldn't hug Rok?
I do feel like Janeway should be able to hug Rok.
Because on a regular holodeck, a hologram program can be interacted with.
Mm-hmm.
So, did Chakotay have to go to the holodeck to interact with Janeway, or could she just meet him in the bedroom so they can boink?
This is a riddle that needs to be solved. You must work together to get a fox, a chicken, and a bag of grain safely across.
Oh, why can't we just row them all across and get this over with?
As far as I can tell, Holo Janeway should be hollow and not just a projection. But maybe she is just a projection for some reason.
Wow, that's a step back. Advanced ship. This episode starts out with them doing team building.
Team building.
They fail at it.
Spectacularly.
And they couldn't get the fox, the chicken, and the grain across the river, which is such a short walk. Yeah. And then Del admits, we're not Starfleet, and we stole the ship. But really, it's salvage. You even dug it up, basically.
Yeah.
Unusual happened. Though it appears you are alone, everyone is still in the same ship, just moving through time at different speeds. Like for Jankum, time moves faster.
They decided to fly into a tachyon nebula.
Yeah.
And that was a bad idea. It messes up the star drive. Basically sends people through time. I'm not even gonna try and understand or explain it. And there's 5 ships or 5 different times, and they're all going at different speeds. Rok's going really slow, Del's going fast, and Gwen, I
don't understand why they the timeline. Shouldn't these have been happening concurrently? When Gwen when Pog explodes the first time, that should just be it. The ship exploded. Isn't everyone experiencing time a different way on the same ship?
Yeah.
Or were we actually split into 5 ships? But how are they communicating with each other? I don't know.
Well, they weren't able to. The only reason they could is because Gwen left the captain's log.
Yeah, but how did that captain's log get to a different ship? Did she send it to a different ship? Because Rok says everybody's moving weird, so they do seem to be occupying the same space.
This is just one of those episodes I'm not looking forward to watching with my kids where it's, Daddy, could you explain this? I'm like, I wish I could. I really do.
It was a good idea. I don't mind at all where we ended up with the story where it's Pog has 10 seconds to save it and it doesn't work, and then it goes to someone else who has more time or whatever. But I don't think that's actually what they set up. I think they set up we're all experiencing time differently. And oh well, whatever. It's a kid show, whatever.
Hey, you got those cool little voyage home little scenes.
Yeah, that was neat. We got to do the Star Trek 4 time travel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Diviner gets a phone call from Ferengi Mom. She's all they're over here. Shouldn't you get your reward first? Probably get the reward first, especially since you're a Ferengi.
Yeah, right.
Steel and all this.
Right.
Yeah, so Grievous, he just heads on over, gets the ship to build him.
Yeah, which is exactly what the Doctor did when he went and met Andy Dick through the Hirogen communication system.
Get built.
Yeah.
Grievous was basically there.
Yeah, the Doctor was physically there as a hologram.
Hologram.
Yeah.
That you could hug.
Yeah, you could hug that Doctor.
Yeah. No mobile emitter on Janeway, I guess maybe that's it.
Maybe.
Grievous so evil, man. So evil. But he knew all of Chakotay's codes. And he's like, delete Janeway.
Yeah.
So Chakotay had the power, so if he ever got annoyed by her, he could have just done that.
Yeah.
Computer erase Janeway holoprogram. Authorization Chakotay. Zulu. X-ray dash 475.
No!
Commit.
What's happening to me?
Is Grievous Chakotay?
I don't think so.
There was a line there where I'm just maybe. I mean,
but we saw him.
The credits would tell us that he's been in these episodes then. But
well, we saw him coming into the ship with Like, he was coming into the bridge or whatever when Janeway and Chakotay were both already on the bridge.
Yeah, and he was with the Diviner for like ever trying to find the ship.
But there is some kind of timey-wimey shit
messed up
going
stuff.
on.
Like I said, I was really hoping the Tachyons would explain some of our messed up, questionable time.
Because we do know, apparently it wasn't quite Grievous who deleted Janeway's memories.
Yeah.
Because she accused him of that, and he was like, kind of.
I think February 10th, Discovery boots back up, which means we only have about 2 to 3 more episodes at most.
Is it stopping then, or are they running concurrently?
I feel like everything's stopping. We got a lot of scheduling for Star Trek coming up. I feel like each time something comes, it's the end of one and the start of the other.
I think there was going to be a bit of overlap, but I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, I have to look into that.
You attacked my former crew.
Janeway, I'm surprised you remember.
You erased my memory.
Close, but not quite.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. This was again, just a serviceable, kind of kids episode. We're learning about teamwork, and the whole thing was a fairly easy metaphor for it. We're all in separate timelines, but we gotta work together and be a team. And
yeah, like the Medusan had figured it all out, but couldn't do it because she didn't have arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then
or time.
Yeah, and Rok didn't have the intelligence or patience for it.
Or didn't have the, Rok didn't have the motivation.
Yeah,
she didn't believe to achieve.
The maturity too.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long, because Rok's time was moving differently.
Probably months. We saw those stacked bowls of ice.
The way the Rok said some lines or whatever, I was like, oh shit, knows what they're talking about now.
Might have been, I would say a year at the most, but I don't think it was quite a year.
Yeah, well, it fixed Janeway after she was deleted.
Mm-hmm.
So, gonna be a bit more useful.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
You haven't aged, but you've certainly matured. But if you could build a warp matrix, why did you need me?
No one told me where it goes.
Do you think we'll have a slightly, insane Rok now that's got some psychological issues and it's just gonna snap and start killing people?
No, I'm thinking kid show. Probably not gonna do that. I mean,
but we could
have got that on Discovery. How many of those people had psychological problems at the start of that one season where they were all like, "Oh no, we're all mentally messed up."
Mm-hmm. The Doctor's dealing with it. A
couple episodes later, they're done.
Yeah,
better than last week. I felt.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I felt. Well, I mean, I knew what the message was. I knew what they were building towards. I would almost say it was hurt by being a 20-some-odd minute thing. It should have probably been longer, should have been a little bit better explained, should have been a little more emotional stakes on it. There was potential in this episode, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's all we can get.
No, it was pretty cool. I'm interested in learning more about the Protostar and how it came to be and that stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm feeling more compelled by that than any of the characters in particular.
Yeah, it's like there's a mystery of the ship and who built it and when it was built and all that stuff. Did Scotty build it?
Maybe.
I mean, he built the Enterprise E.
Mm-hmm.
So, guess we'll find out. Until then, thanks for watching. See you next week.
See ya.